A lot of people requesting ownership reviews of the Benelli 502C, so I finally got around to doing a short ownership review. I've owned this bike now for 18 months, but unfortunately I'm forced to sell it as I'm leaving the country. Honestly, I feel pretty heartbroken as I'm really attached to this bike, so the new owner will be arriving in a few hours as I'm filming this, so lucky guy. So today we will be briefly going through three areas. First will be which modifications or accessories have I installed on this bike, followed by the things I love the most about this bike, then issues I've experienced, if any, and finally areas for improvement. So first, a quick disclaimer. This motorcycle still has very low mileage. It actually has less than 3,000 kilometers on it. This is a lot due to the pandemic with the lockdowns, but also due to me riding other motorcycles to review them. So this has basically been my pampered baby, which I've been taking really good care of. Alright, so let's move on to modifications and accessories. So the main modification I've done on this bike is a custom exhaust with a replica SC Project canister. As you can see, I also had a resonator installed as well, which definitely helps with less backfiring on the exhaust compared to straight pipes if you have that installed. For the sound, you can check out my other video comparing the stock and custom exhaust sound. So another item I had installed is the backrest or sissy guard. This is very practical for several reasons. Obviously, the main purpose of it is to make it a bit more secure if you have a pillion or back rider. For me, that rarely happens, so it's actually practical for two other reasons. The first being that when you're going to push and move the bike around, it gives you something in the back to hold on to. It's actually very practical. And then second, while you're riding and then you stop somewhere, you actually have somewhere to put your helmet. So those are the two main practical reasons besides the safety of your pillion rider. Another minor accessory I've installed is the side stand extender. It basically helps keeping the bike more upright and lessen the chance for it tipping over. So another thing I've done is also remove the sticker and decals on the tank. I just find it to be a lot cleaner looking, as well as it allows me to put on like vinyl wraps and change like colors temporarily without any issues with having the stickers there. And I like the clean, nice look. So moving on to the next topic about what do I love the most about the Benelli 502C. I have made a short video about this topic before, but to make it even shorter, I think this is such a great value motorcycle. It handles well, sounds good, but honestly, still the most impressive thing to me are the looks. I know this is subjective, but I just love the look on this bike. I even prefer it over a lot of more expensive, higher displacement motorcycles. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but let me know what you think. Alright, so moving to the third topic, issues. I think this is the topic probably most people want to see. So, other than the lack of time to ride this motorcycle, I've had absolutely zero issues. Actually, that's the reason I haven't made this video before, is that I wanted to wait for an issue to happen, but it never did. As I mentioned earlier, I'm about to sell this motorcycle, so this is my last chance to do this ownership review. So sorry to disappoint, I haven't had any issues. Alright, so this leads me to my final topic, areas for improvement. As I mentioned, I didn't experience issues with this bike, but there are some areas which can be a challenge. One is the weight. It is a heavy motorcycle, so maneuvering it through city traffic can be a challenge. The benefit though is that it feels very steady on the highway. Another thing would be the clutch, which is rather stiff. So when riding in the city, your hand can get pretty tired due to the clutch itself. And lastly, I would say the seat. It's actually nice and comfortable for relatively short rides, but let's say if you ride more than 3 hours in a day, then your butt will start hurting. At least it did for me. A little more cushion would be nice. Maybe it's just me being sensitive, but there you go. There's my list of areas that could improve, and as you could notice, it's very short. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Thanks for watching.